After more than 6 decades of living and navigating the rocky paths of life, including 2 separate chapters where marriages ended, I still find myself pondering the possibilities that lie ahead. There's a spark within me that refuses to deem a quiet yet persistent whisper, reminding me that companionship and closeness remain vital parts of the human experience. This deep sense of wanting something genuine, something meaningful, drives me to imagine the future, casting my thoughts forward to the day when destiny might bring someone new into my life. In my mind's eye, she appears vivid and alive, a woman shaped by both grace and strength. She is not just a person, but an embodiment of qualities I admire: most intelligence, beauty, and a spirit unafraid to embrace life. Smart is something I've come to treasure not only for its charm, but for the depth it brings to connection. Beauty, I imagine, is natural and effortless. Her thick, glossy dark hair cascades freely over her shoulders like a gentle stream, unworn by trends or dyes, simply the color that nature bestowed upon her. Her eyebrows echo the richness of her hair, bold and distinct, framing lively eyes that sparkle with a blend of curiosity and quiet passion. Her gaze is unfiltered, sincere, a reflection of a soul comfortable in its own skin. There's something profoundly reassuring in her choice to face the world without makeup, to rely only on the pure expression of her inherent beauty. Her figure carries the fullness of life, neither diminished by harsh judgments nor confined by narrow ideals. She's sturdy and soft in all the right ways, her shoulders rounded from years of honest work rather than endless indulgence. She carries herself with a casual confidence, a quiet declaration that she belongs both in a garden and in a bustling room of ideas and laughter. As I picture her standing near, her presence commands the space with natural ease. She leans slightly, poised like a skilled navigator, ready to embark on a journey full of promise and anticipation. My mind drifts gently to the comforting warmth of familiarity, the way her energy intertwines with mine in a dance both simple and complex. In this reverie, the world around us fades away, leaving only the shared moments filled with quiet understanding and subtle excitement. We are partners in exploration, willing to take the time to savor every nuance, every glance, every breath shared. I imagine reaching out, my hand moving with thoughtful intention, as if handling something precious yet familiar. The moment is slow, deliberate, not a rush, but a gentle unfolding of feeling and connection. There's an ease to this imagined exchange, a softness coupled with a steady strength born of years, learning how to read the unspoken language between hearts. The journey isn't about speed or performance, it's about presence, being wholly there for one another in a space that feels both new and deeply known. With my focus shifting and deepening, I see her eyes light up with a quiet thrill, reflecting the warmth of shared desire and mutual respect. There's something tender in how she watches, a loving attentiveness that bridges any distance between us. She becomes more than a figure in my imagination. She is a living, breathing presence that invites me into a world where vulnerability is met with care, and passion is an act of trust. Her expressions change subtly as she responds to the unfolding moments. There's a soft smile playing at the corners of her lips, a gentle invitation to continue this journey together. Her hands move with intention, exploring and affirming her own feelings, while offering back the gift of her presence. The dance continues, one hand reaches out, drawing delicately closer, encouraging, supporting the flow of shared energy. Each movement, each sigh, is part of a rhythm unique to us, a language understood without words. As we move deeper into this imagined encounter, the lines between body and heart blur, transforming sensation into something richer, something almost sacred. The warmth that spreads within is matched by the depth of connection, a reminder that intimacy is as much about emotional closeness as physical touch. I become aware of the gentle tension of anticipation, balanced by waves of release, like the ebb and flow of a tide that carries us both forward. She steps nearer, her presence enveloping me in a comforting cocoon, her subtle touch grounding and uplifting all at once. There is joy in the small details, the brush of her fingers, the soft cadence of her breath, the sparkle of mischief and tenderness in her eyes. These moments weave together to form a tapestry of shared experience, one that promises more than fleeting pleasure, but a lasting bond. In this shared space, time seems to expand, each second stretching to hold the fullness of our connection. The imagined scene thrives not on urgency, but on the space created between two people who know the value of patience and presence. It's a sanctuary where worries fall away, replaced by quiet laughter, knowing smiles, and the comfort of hands intertwined. I envision us retreating into the peaceful aftermath, bodies and minds aligned in a state of gentle rest. She leans into me, the curve of her form fitting against mine as we settle into a soft embrace. The room feels warm and safe, filled with the lingering echoes of shared joy and quiet intimacy. Words are scarce but unnecessary. The silence speaks of contentment and a gratitude that runs deeper than speech. This vision of companionship, painted by the brush strokes of hope and experience, is my quiet refuge. It fuels a belief that after the storms of life, there remains the possibility of calm seas and new journeys taken side by side. Though the path has been long and winding and the heart sometimes weary, there is still room for wonder, still space to dream of a love that honors the whole person, mind and body together. And so, with a soft smile, I hold on to that hope, embracing the promise whispered in the stillness that somewhere ahead, there will be a soul who matches my own in kindness and vitality, ready to walk with me into the next chapter. Until then, I cherish the memories that have shaped me and the dreams that keep the fire alive, knowing that every moment lived fully is a step closer to that future, waiting just beyond the horizon. The evening light cast a warm glow across the room as I settled into my favorite chair, the familiar embrace of worn leather wrapping around me like an old friend. The quiet hum of the house, punctuated by distant city sounds, created a comforting backdrop for my thoughts. In these moments of solitude, my mind often drifts, weaving stories and possibilities, dreams of connection and discovery that keep the spirit lively even as the years advance. Tonight, like so many others, I find myself envisioning that next meaningful encounter, one that stirs the soul and awakens the senses in a way both tender and invigorating. She stands nearby in my imagination, her presence magnetic yet gentle. Her long, flowing hair catches the dim light, gleaming softly as it cascades over her shoulders, untouched by artificial colors, maintaining the natural hue she was born with. Those expressive eyes, wide and inviting, hold a gleam of excitement and warmth, promising unspoken stories and shared secrets. There's a naturalness to her beauty, free from the constraints of makeup or adornment, confident in the face that life itself has painted for her. Her figure is generous, with curves that speak of health and vitality, a harmonious balance of strength and softness. Her shoulders carry the subtle marks of hard work and dedication, an elegance shaped by both effort and ease. She moves with the fluidity of someone entirely at home in her own skin, comfortable, assured. The space between us fills with an unspoken anticipation, a charged energy that buzzes softly, ready to be harnessed. In my hand, I feel the familiar warmth of connection, a connection not just to her image, but to the feelings she stirs within me. Slowly, deliberately, I explore this closeness, mindful and patient as I listen to the rhythm of my own breath and the imagined cadence of hers. There's a beauty in taking time, in savoring every detail without rush or distraction. The world outside fades as I focus on the shared energy that binds us, something more profound than physical touch alone. It is the meeting of minds, the unfolding of trust, and the deepening of mutual understanding that make these moments truly precious. As my hand traces soft, measured motions, I envision her watching with quiet delight, her gaze steady and encouraging. The gentle heat of anticipation builds, subtle but undeniable, weaving through our imagined space like a delicate thread. Her hands move instinctively, mirroring my own exploration, seeking and offering comfort. Together, we create a dance of intimacy, intimate yet respectful, free yet grounded. The air between us becomes charged with a unique kind of electricity, a blend of longing and tenderness that's more felt than seen. Her soft sighs, imagined but vivid, mingle with the steady beat of my own heart, creating a symphony of shared awareness. I feel a deepening connection as the moments stretch, each second rich with meaning and possibility. She steps closer, the warmth of her presence enveloping me like a familiar melody. Her touch, light and exploring, offers reassurance and invites me further into this shared journey. There's no need for words here. The language is one of sensation and silent encouragement. The gentle rise and fall of our breaths synchronize as we lose ourselves in the ebb and flow of the moment, caught between quiet reflection and growing thrill. She leans in, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear, her smile soft but full of promise. The genuine nature of her affection radiates outward, filling the room with an inviting glow. It is in this space of vulnerability and mutual respect that true closeness flourishes, where each gesture is a testament to care and desire intertwined. Our connection deepens as she offers herself fully, no masks, no pretenses, only the pure, honest expression of shared yearning. I respond in kind, matching her openness with my own, allowing the trust between us to unfold naturally. This imagined encounter is not about grand gestures or dramatic displays, but about the subtle beauty found in quiet moments of shared presence. The softness of her skin, the warmth of her gaze, the gentle pressure of her hand all combine to create an atmosphere laden with tenderness and anticipation. Time seems to slow, wrapping us in a cocoon where nothing else matters except the space we hold for each other. In this sanctuary, the external world melts away, replaced by the intimate dance of connection that touches mind, body, and soul. The scene shifts seamlessly between awareness and surrender, where control and abandon coexist in perfect harmony. Her laughter, light and genuine, ripples through the air, brightening the space and lifting my spirits. It's a reminder that joy plays as essential a role as passion in the tapestry of closeness. We move together through a landscape of sensation and emotion, guided by mutual respect and a deep-seated desire for genuine intimacy. Each touch, each glance becomes a thread woven into the fabric of our imagined story, creating a pattern rich with meaning and delight. As the night deepens, so does our connection, unfolding layer by layer like the petals of a blooming flower. There's a sacredness to this unfolding, a reverence for the vulnerability and strength that intimacy demands and rewards. The shared energy between us intensifies yet never rushes, honoring the rhythm that feels right in the moment. In this delicate balance, we find freedom, a space where true closeness can thrive without fear or constraint. As I imagine drawing her closer, holding her gently yet firmly, I'm aware of the profound comfort that comes from being seen and accepted wholly. The warmth of her body against mine offers reassurance and sparks a quiet exhilaration that fills the night with possibility. Within this embrace, we find a refuge, a place where the past's hardships fall away, replaced by the promise of shared understanding and fresh beginnings. The imagined evening winds toward a peaceful conclusion, the lingering touch of connection softening into calm contentment. She nestles close, the steady rhythm of her breathing syncing with mine in a harmonious lullaby. Our shared journey, though born of imagination, leaves a residue of hope and anticipation that colors my waking hours. As silence settles over the room, I hold on to the tender promise embedded in these dreams that a future filled with such genuine connection awaits, ready to be embraced whenever the time is right. The room holds a quiet anticipation as I shift my gaze, letting it wander over the contours that have long occupied my imagination. The soft curve of her silhouette, the gentle sway in her movement, all invite a deeper connection, a shared moment suspended between thought and feeling. There's an elegance to her presence, a natural grace that speaks of confidence and comfort within herself. Her eyes meet mine, sparkling with a mixture of warmth and playful mischief, igniting a silent conversation that needs no words. The atmosphere thickens with unspoken promises, a mutual understanding that this time together is about shared discovery and tender exploration, not haste or expectation. It's a gentle dance, choreographed by mutual respect and desire, unfolding with patience and care. I reach out slowly, fingertips brushing against the fabric that drapes over her form, feeling the subtle warmth beneath. The contact is light, respectful, an invitation rather than a demand. She responds with a soft smile, her eyes encouraging the closeness that is growing between us. My hand follows the natural lines of her body, tracing gentle patterns that speak of admiration and longing wrapped in tenderness. The cadence of our breaths syncs, creating an intimate rhythm that guides our motions and deepens the connection. Every touch is a word in a language all our own, spoken softly yet clearly within the sacred space we share. Her hands reach out in return, exploring the textures of my skin, conveying comfort and curiosity. There is a quiet joy in this mutual exchange, a balance of give and take that feels both nourishing and exhilarating. We exist together in this moment, each movement a brushstroke painting a picture of affection and desire. The outside world fades into insignificance. Nothing matters but the warmth and softness of shared presence. Our connection is more than physical, it is a meeting of souls, a weaving together of two lives and experiences into a tapestry rich with meaning and potential. As my hands move with care, I sense the growing confidence in her responses, the subtle shifts of her body, the gentle sighs that escape her lips. She is fully engaged, present, and unguarded, a gift both precious and rare. Our fingers interlace, tracing paths both familiar and new, building a bridge between hearts that stretches wider with every passing second. Her smile deepens into something sweeter, more trusting, reflecting the unfolding intimacy that neither of us takes lightly. Together, we navigate through delicate currents of sensation and emotion, a voyage marked not by urgency but by reverence for the moment. The warmth between us kindles a glowing ember, steady and enduring, promising the comfort of companionship and the thrill of discovery. I am keenly aware of the power held in restraint, the magic found in the space between each touch, each glance. It is here that connection deepens, free from distraction or pressure. I guide her into a gentle embrace, feeling the strength and softness coexisting as she relaxes into my arms. The subtle scent of her skin mingles with the quiet hum of our breathing, wrapping us in a cocoon of tranquility and shared delight. Her fingers wander, playfully teasing, tracing paths that spark flashes of pleasure and reassurance. The harmony of our movements becomes a balm for the soul, an affirmation of the beauty inherent in mutual care and attentiveness. Time slows, allowing us to savor each sensation, each gentle squeeze, each tender pause. There is a profound joy in this unfolding, a shared story written not with words but with touch and presence. I watch as her eyes close briefly, a sign of surrender and trust that touches me deeply. It is in these moments that the true essence of connection reveals itself, not in grand declarations but in simple, profound acts of closeness. Through this delicate interplay, the energy between us swells gently, a crescendo built on the foundations of respect and affection. We move as one, every gesture mindful and meaningful, a symphony of shared emotion carried out in silence. Her laughter breaks through occasionally, light and genuine, a refreshing contrast to the tender intensity that colors our time together. The balance of playfulness and seriousness creates a dynamic harmony that feels both uplifting and grounding. It reminds me that intimacy is as much about joy as it is about depth, weaving together the threads of fun, desire, and heartfelt connection. In these imagined moments, I find a refuge from the complexities of the world, a sanctuary where openness and vulnerability are met with kindness and understanding. The closeness we share speaks to a yearning that has persisted through the years, the longing for a union that honors both the individual and the other, where affection flows freely and trust is the foundation. I am moved by the realization that such connections are possible, no matter life's twists and turns, as long as openness remains at the heart. Our journey continues gently, each new touch a discovery, every breath a promise. The quiet strength of this union fills me with gratitude and hope, painting a future where love and companionship exist in their fullest, most authentic forms. In this embrace, I find not only pleasure but peace, a reminder that true closeness transcends time and circumstance, living instead in the simple acts of presence and care shared between two souls. The warmth in the room deepens as our connection intensifies, a gentle crescendo built on shared glances and tender movements. The air between us is charged with a quiet electricity, a dance of two spirits aligning in harmony. Her eyes, bright and attentive, watch me with a mixture of affection and curiosity, reflecting the depths of emotion sparked by our closeness. Without haste or expectation, we explore the contours of this moment together, allowing each subtle touch and whispered sigh to build a symphony of intimacy that resonates beyond the physical world. It is in this delicate interplay of giving and receiving that I find a profound sense of belonging, a place where vulnerability is met with trust and desire is woven with respect. My hands move with practiced care, honoring the natural rhythms of our shared experience. There's a softness to her skin that invites gentle exploration, a warmth that stirs something deep within me. Every brush of my fingers against her is a conversation, an unspoken acknowledgement of the trust we have cultivated. She responds with graceful ease, her body a living poem of invitation and reciprocation. Together, we create a space where mutual pleasure is not a goal to be rushed, but a journey to be savored, a tapestry woven from patience, attentiveness, and sincere delight. The subtle rise and fall of our breathing blends into a shared tempo, guiding us through waves of sensation that ebb and flow like a tender tide. As the moments unfold, I become acutely aware of the delicate balance maintained between control and surrender. There is power in restraint, in the willingness to listen to the unvoiced needs that ripple beneath the surface. Her eyes meet mine again, wide and luminous, conveying a depth of feeling that words could never adequately capture. It is a silent promise to honor this connection with presence and care, to cherish the nuances that make intimacy both complex and beautiful. The light plays softly upon her features, highlighting the curve of her cheek and the gentle arch of her brow, a portrait of sincere openness and quiet strength. We move closer still, the gap between us melting away as our energies intertwine. Her hands explore with tender curiosity, tracing the lines of my arms and chest, encouraging a rhythm of give and take that feels natural and profound. In her touch, I sense an eagerness not born of urgency, but of a deep desire to connect fully, to share not only the pleasures of the body, but the truths of the heart. Each moment is a thread in the fabric of our shared story, binding us closer with every affectionate gesture. There is a magic in the ordinary here, in the simple acts of holding and being held, seen and understood. Within this sacred space, time seems to stretch and fold upon itself, allowing us to linger in the fullness of the present. The balance of passion and tenderness creates a melody both soothing and exhilarating, a reminder that true intimacy encompasses a spectrum of emotions and sensations. Her laughter, light and genuine, lifts the atmosphere, weaving joy into the fabric of our connection. It is a celebration of the freedom to be ourselves, flaws, desires, and all without fear or judgment. Together, we craft a story rich with authenticity and warmth, one that honors the complexities of human connection at every turn. As our shared experience deepens, I find myself marveling at the resilience required to reach such a place of openness. Years of life's trials have sculpted a landscape where trust must be carefully nurtured and vulnerability courageously embraced. Yet here, in this moment, those layers fall away like autumn leaves, revealing the core of what it means to truly connect, a meeting of souls willing to journey together through the ebb and flow of intimacy. Our breaths synchronize, bodies united in a delicate dance that honors both the individual and the union. The subtle currents of energy ripple through us, carrying the promise of healing, renewal, and profound joy. Through gentle exploration and attentive presence, we build a bridge between hearts, one constructed not from haste, but from steady, intentional care. Every touch, every glance becomes a testament to the power of connection to transform and uplift. The room feels alive with possibility, a sanctuary where desire and tenderness coexist in perfect balance. As I hold her close, feeling the steady beat of her heart beneath my hand, I know that this shared journey is more than fleeting pleasure. It is a celebration of companionship, trust, and the enduring beauty found in two souls intertwined. In the quiet afterglow, our fingers linger, tracing familiar paths that promise more to come. We nestle into the comfort of each other's presence, the soft hum of contentment filling the space. No words are needed here. The silence speaks volumes of gratitude and love that runs deep beneath the surface. This is the pinnacle of closeness, a union tempered by time, strengthened by patience, and illuminated by the genuine affection that binds us. As night deepens around us, I hold on to this feeling, carrying it forward as a beacon of hope and fulfillment for all the days yet to come. The evening slipped quietly into night, wrapping us in a cocoon of shared warmth and gentle understanding. She settled beside me, the curve of her form a soothing presence against my side, familiar and inviting. The soft rhythm of her breathing mingled effortlessly with mine, creating a harmonious pulse that filled the stillness with quiet comfort. In this tranquil space, the worries of the day melted away, leaving only the soft glow of mutual trust and affection. Our fingers intertwined naturally, a simple yet profound connection that spoke of more than words ever could. It was in these small, unhurried moments that the true essence of closeness revealed itself, a sacred exchange of presence and care that needed no grand gestures, just quiet companionship. I found myself tracing gentle patterns upon her skin, the tender motion conveying a depth of feeling that flowed from heart to heart. She responded with a warmth that radiated calm and reassurance, as if saying, "Here, in this space, we are whole." The ease between us was a balm, healing the silent scars that life's challenges had left behind. Together, we created a sanctuary where vulnerability was met not with judgment, but with open arms and understanding. It was a place where softness and strength coexisted, where healing and desire, comfort and excitement blended into a seamless harmony. Her smile, soft and genuine, invited me deeper into this shared refuge, a promise of solace and joy woven into every glance. In the fading light, our conversation drifted to quiet laughter and whispered reflections, the kind that drift effortlessly between two souls who have come to trust one another completely. Yet, it was not the words but the silences that held the most weight, the spaces where our smiles met, where our eyes lingered, speaking volumes in the absence of sound. She leaned in, resting her head lightly against my shoulder, an anchor in a world that often felt uncertain. The warmth of her presence grounded me, reminding me that connection is the true compass guiding us through life's winding paths. In that embrace, I sensed the ebb and flow of a bond nurtured not only through joyful moments, but through shared resilience and quiet support. Our shared history, though imagined, felt real and tangible. A tapestry threaded with hope and tenderness as rich as any lived experience. As the night deepened, so did our closeness. She curled into my arms with a contented sigh, a small gesture carrying infinite meaning. There was trust in her stillness, a surrender that invited me to be fully present. My hand moved gently along her back, a slow, soothing caress that mirrored the tenderness of the heartbeats we shared. It was a silent conversation of comfort and desire, a delicate balance of giving and receiving, neither hurried nor forced. The moment unfolded with natural grace, two souls entwined in an intimate dance where time dissolved, leaving only the purity of connection. The softness of her breath against my skin, the warmth of her body nestled close, created a sanctuary where nothing needed to be said or done but simply experienced. There was something sacred in how easily we slipped into this serene closeness, a reminder that true intimacy transcends the physical to touch something deeper and more lasting. It is found in the trust that builds over time, the gentle acceptance of imperfections, and the willingness to be truly seen. Our imagined union was a testament to the quiet power of companionship, a promise that no matter the distance traveled or challenges faced, the heart can always find its way home. In this shared space, I discovered a wellspring of peace and joy, kindled by the simple act of being together without pretense or rush. The night stretched on, soft and enveloping, as we rested side by side, two souls nourished by the warmth of mutual affection. I traced lazy circles on her arm, feeling the steady pulse beneath my fingertips, a reminder of the life we shared in that moment. Her eyes met mine, shimmering with gratitude and quiet happiness, reflecting the deep bond we had woven through gentle touch and presence. The world outside seemed to fade further away, leaving only the sanctuary we had created, an oasis of calm and connection that held us safely within its embrace. We lingered there, savoring the peaceful aftermath of closeness, every heartbeat a quiet celebration of the journey we had shared. Our breaths grew slower, synchronized in a tender rhythm that mirrored the steady unfolding of trust and love. The night's stillness was punctuated only by soft murmurs and the occasional shared smile, tiny sparks that illuminated the depth of our understanding. In those moments, it became clear that intimacy is not merely an act, but an ongoing dialogue, a dance of presence and attention that deepens with each shared experience. Our connection, though born of imagination, carried the weight and beauty of real affection, a reminder that the heart's capacity for closeness endures across time and circumstance. We held each other gently, anchored in a mutual respect that honored both our individuality and our union. The promise of tomorrow glimmered softly on the horizon, buoyed by the strength of the bond nurtured in this quiet night. As dawn inched closer, casting a pale light through the curtains, I treasured the lingering warmth of her touch and the serene expression resting upon her face. The imagined journey we had shared left me with a profound sense of hope, a belief that genuine connection, rooted in kindness and patience, remains within reach. In the soft glow of morning, I embraced the quiet certainty that love's true form is found not only in grand gestures, but in the tender fabric of everyday closeness. And so, with a heart full of gratitude and renewed longing, I looked forward to the future, knowing that the next chapter of companionship awaited, ready to unfold with all the beauty and promise that such bonds bring.